today's video, we're looking at who is the best Shadow in our own eyes. Will it be SA2 Shadow? Will it be Sonic X Shadow? Or will it be the beloved Sonic Prime Shadow? Now, I would love to hear what you guys think is the best Shadow the Hedgehog, so definitely let me know down in the comments. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. How's it going, everybody? And I'm back. And since I didn't have anything too big planned for when I came back from my little impromptu vacation, I figured Year of Shadow is getting closer and closer by the day. I mean, seriously, it's like time is moving at triple speeds over here. So why not rate all the shadows known to man? Okay, well, I'm not sure if they included every shadow, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume so. So as you can see, we have the Ultimate Life Form, A, B, C, and D. Now, I'm not gonna lie, some of these might confuse me a bit, so if I get one shadow wrong, I'm sorry. But I mean, come on, just looking at the list, a lot of them look the same. I mean, I can assume which is which, and some of them are pretty easy, but we all know someone's an imposter here. But anyway, let's start off with SA2 Shadow. Now, first appearance, love him. If we're being totally real with ourselves though, compared to all these other shadows, he's pretty vanilla, but I will still put him at like A. I'm not gonna consider Ultimate Life Form because I mean, there's a couple in here that I think is the best shadow. But for being his first appearance and just pure aura, this guy exudes it. So I wouldn't say he's ultimate, definitely not a B. Now Sonic Hero Shadow, he's B. He is B. Now don't get me wrong, I love Sonic Hero Shadow, but I mean, in all reality, he didn't do too much. Like he just kind of continued off, and plus, you know, he's going through his whole memory wipe situation. So Sonic Battle Shadow. Now, see, this one's gonna be hard for me because in terms of character, I loved him, but in terms of like the game, I guess for now, and we will finalize this later, you know, we'll tinker around a bit. Let's just put him in C. Now, these two, okay, well, I guess I should say these three are from Shadow the Hedgehog. Now, I'm guessing this is Chaos Blast, this is Chaos Control. Don't really know why they're separated like that, but if I had to put them anywhere, I would say Chaos Control Shadow, probably a safe C. I mean, it's sick. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's super cool, but in terms of like raw power, I guess, that goes to this guy, which will be put into a B. Now, I will be putting these behind, you know, Sonic Heroes and Sonic Battle, only in the sense of, I mean, it's just a move he uses, it's not like he's anything different. Now, this one is where it can get decisive out here. Shadow the Hedgehog Shadow. Now, say what you want about the game, okay? Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I do like one thing. You can mold his character to however you want to be. So if he's evil Shadow and that's what you like, you can easily put him in an A. If he's good Shadow, A. If he's, you know, just middle ground anti-hero, he'd be put in A. So this one's going to be a little hard. But if we're just basing him on how he was at the very end of the game, like that final cutscene with Super Shadow, man, I gotta say, he's B. And he's definitely above Sonic Hero Shadow. I don't want to hear anything, guys. I don't want to hear it. Now, Android Shadow, D. I mean, like, guys, he looks cool, but like, who really cares? It's just, he ain't it. He ain't it. Now, I'm gonna assume that this is Sonic 06. See, it's weird. Is that Sonic 06 or is that Sonic 06? I know one of these has to be Frontiers, but let's say this is Sonic 06. I would put him, man, I guess I would put him like high C. Like, he was really, man, but then there was that one scene with Mephiles. Let's put Sonic 06 Shadow at low B. Now, this one I'm kind of confused about. I think it's from, I mean, I want to say it's from one of the racing games, Like, this is obviously Team Sonic Racing, but this one could be, man, I honestly, let's hold off on him. Now, Sonic Rider Shadow, I mean, he wasn't even really in the games. He was just a playable character, so let's just put him at high D. High D for sure. Now, Sonic X Shadow. Now, this one is also where it could get decisive, because I would say he's an A. He is 100% an A. I loved Sonic X Shadow. He was great. Okay, he really was. I loved his character, the voice actor, the whole 9 yards. I loved everything about the Shadow. He was literally, it's where I really like felt the Dragon Ball parallels, because he was 100% the Vegeta of the whole show. Now, Olympic Games Shadow. Now, obviously, they didn't really have a ton of story. I mean, they did have like little cutscenes. I want to say the Winter Games is more where I guess I'm thinking of. He was alright. I mean, if anything, I'd put him, let's put him in high D. I mean, he didn't really have a lot of character, guys. I'm not gonna lie. He just didn't. Okay, now real quick, I think this is the assist trophy of Shadow in like the Smash Brothers series. So, D. I mean, I guess I could put him a little higher than Shadow Android, but come on. No. No. Oh, real quick, I guess real quick, he's lowest. I mean, that's not even Shadow, bro. Now, Sonic and the Black Knight Shadow. Woo, I love the guy. I do so much. I really do. Let's go ahead and put him, I want to say low B. I really want to say low B. But for now, let's put him at high C. That seems like the perfect position for him, but he might get moved. He might get moved. Now, dude, what is this? Is this, I'm trying to think. It's either Sonic Dash. It was that one PSP game, possibly, I'm thinking of. Oh man, Ty, pop it up on the screen since I can't remember it. It could be that one. And if it's that one, let's just put him at low C. I mean, the game was alright, but in terms of like Shadow's character, it's not like they did anything new. Sonic Forces Shadow, I want to say it's just below Sonic 06, and the only reason why I'm giving Sonic 06 Shadow a little bit more than Forces is because he had more time to shine. I mean, Shadow had like a separate episode, like he had a DLC to even get some sort of like character in there, and it wasn't even the best, let's be honest here. So I mean, in all reality, Sonic 06 definitely is just slightly better than Force's Shadow, let's be honest. Now, Sonic Boom. Okay, now hear me out. I do not like Sonic Boom. I think they all do great in their own ways, and it took me a long time to get used to like Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. Like, deadass, I think probably Frontiers. It's like, if I'm being honest, like, I don't know, I'm really picky on my voice actors for like the Sonic characters. Gotta say, Boom Shadow, I'll put him in high D. Sorry if that makes you mad. High D for sure. Or okay, he has a little bit more character than that. Let's put him here. I'll put him in middle C, so no one gets too frustrated or mad here. But you can't argue me on this D list. That is just garbage. Team Sonic Racing Shadow, I mean, he's kind of in the same lines as like the Olympic Games. Like, he was just a side character. It's not like he has any character, and I know there's a story in Team Sonic Racing. Not really all that though, let's be honest. Ooh, now Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog Shadow. Now this deserves, I want to put him in high C, I'm not gonna lie, but we'll put him right below Black Knight. I love him, the character, the way he acts, everything, perfect. Is this Sonic X too? Because I thought that was Sonic X. Okay, well, Let's move on real quick, because these ones are probably going to be the hardest for me. Okay, now Lego Shadow. We good with that? Cool. Okay, now I know it hasn't come out yet, but let's say Keanu Reeves, good old Shadow the Hedgehog, in the movie. Now I'm going to assume, okay, now this is the assuming part. I think he's going to be good. Now, is it the Shadow I probably want? No, but I am interested to see how they're going to do Shadow in the movie. So giving it the benefit of the doubt, let's say no higher than a B for sure. But yeah, I'll put him at low B. How about that? I mean, I think that's fair. The movie hasn't come out. We've seen literally nothing on the guy, so let's just assume that it's going to be average, okay? Now, Super Shadow, come on. I mean, he is him, bro. Super Shadow is just the sickest thing, and in my personal opinion, Super Shadow, best Shadow. Like, I mean, the aesthetic, how serious he gets, I don't know, it definitely hits different. Now, I want to assume that this is IDW Shadow right here, but I'm not sure, okay? And this Shadow right here could very well be the Shadow from the animated, like, little series we're getting before Sonic X Shadow Generations. Or it could be, you know, there's two different Shadows in terms of comics, really. There's, like, the Archie Shadow, and then there's the IDW Shadow. So, I guess, let's say this is IDW Shadow. I would put him in A, for sure. I love him. I really do. If you guys haven't seen the IDW comics of Sonic, definitely give them a read. I love them. I was actually collecting quite a few of them till a certain puppy of mine got a hold of them. Okay, now let's say this is the Shadow from the animated. Now, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure on some of these. Like, how am I supposed to know the difference between Sonic 06 and Forces. But now if I were to assume that this is from, you know, the Shadow Generations flick that we're getting, from what I've seen, he's definitely high A. Like, I mean, he's the highest of the A, because, guys, even in that short little animated flick that we saw, ooh, it just, it felt so good. It just, I need a Sonic X that takes out Chris and just gives us the Sonic characters. Sonic Prime Shadow, right there. I mean, honestly, bam. He is the best Shadow. Now, true, will I always have a bias, you know, with like Jason Griffith and stuff? Absolutely. And if I was like basing these characters on voice, I mean, like, all of Jason Griffiths would probably be in the Ultimate Life form. But if we're being real here, Sonic Prime Shadow was like exactly how I picture Shadow. His attitude, his cockiness, like everything about it. I loved seeing Shadow. Like, when Shadow was on the screen, my eyes were glued to the screen, okay? Now, as for this last Shadow, I'm not sure, because I mean, can you blame me? I swear that's Sonic X Shadow, and they just accidentally, like put in another PNG of him. Let's count this as Archie Shadow. And if you guys don't know, the Archie comics, I'm glad. I'm good, because the Archie comics are, pretty bad in my opinion. If you like them, you like them. I'm not gonna be mad or argue that by any means, but put them at low C. Okay, now in my personal opinion, he probably belongs in D, but from what I've seen, you know, there are some cool moments and all that. I'll just put him at low C. Now, is there anything we want to change here? Let's see, let's just go from the top down. Now, these two belong in Ultimate Life form. Now, I would honestly, I kind of want to put SA2 in front of the animation, just because we haven't seen it, and I'm kind of feeling along the lines of like the movie. So, man, I don't know though, because we did see a lot of Sonic X Shadow compared to SA2 Shadow, so I would also want to put him there. But his first appearance, what made all of this possible, he deserves to be there. You know what? How about this? Since we haven't seen the animation or whatever, I will switch these two. SA2 Shadow will stay at the top of A. I mean, he's the one who started all this again. So then we'll do the animation Shadow, Sonic X, IDW. That's fine. Now going on to B, Shadow the Hedgehog. Gotta say, I loved him, and again, that could be biased because it depends on what pathway you choose, but I gotta say he's there for sure. Sonic Heroes, honestly, I could probably flip him with, honestly, wait, let's move this, and then, I mean, might be controversial, but let's say Shadow, Sonic 06, Sonic Heroes, Frontiers. Why do I keep calling it Frontiers? Forces, sorry, Forces is just such a blank in my mind nowadays, I kind of forget it's even a thing. We'll do Chaos Blast, because, come on, that is sick. Sonic 3 movie, then for C, we got Black Knight, Ah, man, but in terms of character, I kind of want to do this. I really do. And honestly want to bump Sonic Boom down. Oh, man, that's sad that a mere skill will beat this guy out. Now, don't get me wrong. I do have, like, I've seen clips of, like, Shadow Boom or whatever. It's okay, but I'm just not a fan of Sonic Boom. It's so bad, bro. So honestly, yeah, let's do this Shadow, let's do Murder Sonic. So honestly, let's lock it in. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog Shadow, boom. Sonic and the Black Knight Shadow, boom. Sonic Battle, Transformation, Chaos Control Shadow, pretty cool, boom. Whatever fucking game that is, Sonic Runners, like, I don't know, I really don't. I want to throw them in D just because I don't know. And then Archie Shadow. Then, moving on to the bottom of the barrel, honestly, I would probably just move this one, because, I mean, that's an assist trophy. I mean, but at least it's Shadow, so maybe not, because that's actually Shadow. I almost want to put you last, bro. Like, get out of here. So for the final list of D, we'll lock it in. We got Team Sonic Racing, or just any sort of racing. We got Olympic Games Shadow, Sonic Riders, Android, Assist Trophy, Lego, and then Fake Shadow. That, I think, is my perfect Shadow list. Now, this could always change. You never know. I might throw this into a video when Sonic X Shadow Generations comes out, and, we have, like, a little bit more on, like, the Shadow mini-series, the movie Sonic, stuff like that. But I know some of you are going to think it's absolutely criminal that I'm not throwing, like, SA2 Shadow and Ultimate Life Form, or maybe Shadow the Hedgehog, that sort of deal. But I'm trying to be as biased and unbiased as possible. Because, I mean, if I were to be putting things in Ultimate Life Form, I'd probably also throw, like, IDW Shadow. SA2 Shadow would probably be up there. Sonic X Shadow is pretty damn good in my opinion. But honestly, I think this is the perfect list that we can go with for now. So guys, let me know how you think about this list, honestly. Like, and you can't just look at it like, oh, well, SA2's my favorite game, so he has to be the best. Try and think about it objectively, because honestly, the thing with, like, tier lists, I know a lot of people just, like, choose their favorites or whatnot, and I kinda did, but I'm also trying to be objective here. Like, I'm trying to take into account, like, voice actor, how they really impacted the game or the show that they were in or the comic, stuff like that. Like, if you really think about it, like, sure, I'm willing to bet some people on the design alone would probably throw this Shadow higher, but is he really better than, like, 06? And I mean, come on, 06 was God. I mean, let's not talk about that, but, like, 06 Shadow actually was involved with the story and stuff like that. So I don't know, looking at this from an objective point of view, I think this is the best list for me personally. At the end of the day, tier lists and all that are all personal. I mean, come on, let's be honest. But honestly, let me know what you guys think about this list. I mean, I think it's perfect for me. But you guys may have something different, so let me know down in the comments what you would put in each list. Or you can create a post on, like, your Instagram, or send me a screenshot of what you guys made. Or if you make YouTube videos as well, why not shout me out in, like, the comments or something so I can go and check it out. I would love to see it. If you guys upload it, just say check my page. Now here soon when Shadow Generations comes out, I am going to do, like, a Shadow the Hedgehog character breakdown. And I'm just going to be talking about the guy, his origins, blah, 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 blah. But I'm also going to be looking at a lot of his games or, movies, shows, whatever. Sorry for taking that impromptu vacation. I really thought I said something in my community post, and then, like, halfway through the trip or whatever, I was like, oh, I left them on red. That's really mean and irresponsible on my part, but I think we should get back into the basics. So the next video I should be doing involving Sonic will be most likely a mod of some sort, but I also need to continue on my Dragon Ball Z Budokai Let's Plays. So, if you guys are new to this channel, definitely stay tuned and check out some of my other videos. I have a whole Year of Shadow playlist, and Sonic mods that you can look at, whole bunch of Dragon Ball as well, and tons of other videos, guys. I mean, I'm not just Sonic and Dragon Ball over here, it's just, it's what I'm into right now. These guys are the entrees of the channel. But I do like to throw you, you know, little side dishes here and there. But without further ado, if you guys haven't already, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're getting closer and closer and closer to our 500 sub goal, and I just can't be more excited. I have something planned out for it, I think, but I guess we'll just have to see when it comes to it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whenever you're watching this, wherever you're watching this. Remember, if you're ever bored, come game with Ty.
Lost and found, this chaos we